Hello everyone. My name is Kallista. I graduated from Temasek Polytechnic 2 years ago. I studied business process and systems engineering. So today, throughout this interview, I will be answering like 3 questions, hopefully to help you all to also be more interested and attracted to using this conversational tool lah. So this tool is actually the two-phase tool. Not sure, maybe some of y'all might have heard about it or you're not very sure, but it's okay. Hopefully that the end goal of this is that more and more of y'all will feel like this is one of the better tool to use to engage with your non-Christian friends. So I think for myself, um, wait, okay, the first question. What type of friends is this two-phase tool suitable for? Mm, I won't really say that there is particular group of like friend group to use it for. Like I wasn't really like going around to like target on a particular group. But I think for myself, I feel like if you already have like people conversations with so and so, like maybe with this friend you're able to talk more than beyond the school stuff. Like, I mean, you can go into like what are certain things you do on a weekend or like things that actually quite to get involved. So I would say that this two-phase tool is suitable for people that you can have like deeper conversations with. Yeah. And then the second question, how is this tool presented as a conversational starter? So sometimes it's like a bit it might feel a bit random and awkward to use this tool like very suddenly on your friend because it's two-faced, right? And you know like two-faced, you need to use it every morning and every night, and maybe in between when you are like brushing your teeth. So imagine you suddenly like ask your friend like, hey, how you brush your teeth in the middle of a convo, then your friend will be like, huh? What you trying to say? Or like why you so like random? Yeah, but I think for me, I was also a bit random now because I didn't know exactly how to connect our ongoing conversation into using the toothpaste tool. So what I did was maybe like I tried my best to connect it to like some daily routine. Maybe I just say like maybe when we're talking about family, right, then we talk about maybe some struggles that both of us experience in our family. Instead of that, I just suddenly ask like, hey, sorry for being very random, but I just want to know like um how you actually squeeze your toothpaste. Then because I know it's a very random question, so I'll just tell the friend like actually I am trying to do a survey to find out how people use their toothpaste because there's actually how do I say there's actually like some scientific proof that actually says that how we use our toothpaste actually determines our personality lah. So this is like some real stuff and not like just quoting it out. Yeah, and then of course the friend will feel very like confused and maybe like a bit like shocked at the same time. But because I use this with a few friends, so they actually said that they wanted to see the link to the toothpaste article lah. Then after that we just carry on talking about what are some of the weird ways to use our toothpaste to squeeze the toothpaste out, or like what are some ways that maybe it's actually maybe we can instead of using our own method to use the toothpaste, maybe we can try out better ways lah. Yeah, so that was how we kind of kept the conversation going using the toothpaste. And then you might ask, how can this actually create the opportunity to share the gospel link using this toothpaste tool? Yeah, and then because um the if you remember I was talking about the toothpaste article in question 2, right? So because the toothpaste article is about how different ways of using the toothpaste sort of determines your personality, right? So it's like So how the gospel conversation was created was actually through the personality the different personality types using the face lah. Yeah. So I think it was quite a good conversation to go along the lines because how I started off was, let's say I use my toothpaste, I start squeezing it from the bottom. Then my friend squeezes it in the middle. Then another friend maybe squeezes it from the top. And then we squeeze out the toothpaste. So because we all have we use different ways to squeeze our toothpaste, it means that all of our personalities are also quite different. So in other words, we can also say that all of us are created very differently and we all have our unique traits and characteristics. So maybe for a person who squeezes the toothpaste from the bottom, they are more organized. Maybe from the middle, they are like not always very organized, but they are like um you like they are not so organized, but they can also be organized. Then maybe for the last group is that they squeeze their toothpaste from the top, right? Or maybe just somewhere over the window. Then they might just be like very easygoing, that kind of person. Yeah. So it's actually quite interesting to use the topic of personality to bridge into the gospel because from there you can also say like, oh yeah, and because we are all created very differently, uh we can share about how there's a person who created us very uniquely and we're all very special in his eyes lah. And this person is actually our creator who is Jesus Christ himself. Yeah, and then I think from there you all should kind of know how to continue the conversation going with your other four C's of sharing the gospel. Yeah, and I think I feel like for this toothpaste tool, right, even though it might be very random that you need to use this because like usually people don't really think of toothpaste or we don't really talk about toothpaste using unless we are going to brush our teeth. So it feels like a super duper like awkward conversation to bring up. But I think it's very useful because it talks about it's actually part of our daily routine now. And if you never and then you might also be surprised to know how like maybe your friends, your non-Christian friends in your social circle might be maybe they might have different ways of squeezing and then you find that it actually is very interesting. So you can actually continue this into like a outside, outside the class kind of topic. Just continue going. Yeah, but I think I also wanted to just like share like before I end is that I think I think for this kind of thing, it's good to kind of have a script before you share the gospel with them because especially if this is our first time using the toothpaste tool, it might be a bit awkward to just bring this topic of toothpaste out. Yeah, so you can start off with sharing with like one friend first, maybe with a script. Then after along the way, you feel like, hey, actually, my friend quite interested in this. Or maybe you also go and tell other people that, oh, there's actually different ways of squeezing the toothpaste and it determines the kind of person that you are. Yeah, then you try after sharing to one person, you continue with the next, and then you will actually be able to be more confident in your sharing with other non-Christians also. Yeah, and because personality topic is also quite common now because we have all the MBTI and other things. So if you want, you can always like connect this two-page personality questionnaire into like some MBTI combo. Yeah, but I think the main gist of this tool is to just remember that um sometimes you might not know what your non-Christian friend will say. So sometimes it's good to be open to be you don't it's good to have a script, yes, but I think sometimes you should open the floor for like for your friends uh, to share maybe other things that come to their minds. Because maybe sometimes I also don't know what my friend I don't know what her reaction will be, right, about this convo, about this two-faced to, but then maybe I already prepped something. But then before I say the stuff, maybe she tell me like something else, like discovered something, or she just want to share something about this toothpaste thing with me. Yeah, so I think it's because remember that when you are sharing, when you're talking about this toothpaste too, uh, just keep in mind that uh, just be open with the conversations that you have with the friend responds very well to your toothpaste and then to your gospel sharing, then that would be great. But if he or she doesn't really respond as per what you hope, it's also okay because I'm sure you can also share about personality, maybe to this friend sometime instead of doing conversation. And if you feel like you're stuck with this conversation, or like if you're stuck with even bringing up this conversation to a non-Christian friend, I think one tip might be useful is to just go home, take your toothpaste, practice how to squeeze it first so that you are sure of what exactly is your toothpaste approach of squeezing. Then after that, as you try to like figure out how exactly you need to squeeze your toothpaste, right? Then you also think through like the conversation, the not conversation, the process of the conversation that you want to have with your non-Christian friend. Yeah. So I think that is probably it. Yes, Jahwe.